I think the hardest thing with being someone who's a Christian is because I really, of course, the things I do, I'm always praying to God. I can't say God is fake. I do believe that there is, like, ever since I started becoming, more religious and everything, I started like believing more in God and everything, and I'm not scared to say that. You know, I feel life has become a bit better, more peaceful, a bit more controlled. But I think the hardest thing that I have to confess, hopefully those Christians watching, kind of help me out. I think it's believing in something when you're not seeing, and that's what faith is. Your faith is believing in something that you're not seeing, or you're currently not seeing. You're currently not, I guess you could say, experiencing that, but still having that belief that it is real. Like, I have like faith that, let's say, I have faith that I will become a millionaire one day, although currently I'm not a millionaire. I have faith that this business will go really well and I'll get my first client by the end of summer. Currently it's July. It's like a month away from when I go back to school, and I don't have my first client, but I still have faith that I will get it. I really love this. Is like the major lesson that I've learned from, of course, reading the Bible, becoming more religious, is having faith. And I love this quote that I heard once: "If there's a will, there's a way." And it's about, as simply as it is, if there's a will to do it, then there's a way to do it. And I love the idea of faith. It's really helped me in my life. That's why I said whenever since I started becoming more religious, it's helped me. And I'd love to be that guy who could just pull up Bible verses, but to be honest with you, I actually don't know any. Like, I read the Bible and everything, but I don't really study it. That is something that I'm guilty of doing. And I feel like, you just read it, like, just try to cross it off your list, up before I go to bed, cross it off. But I think if you really want, I think, experience the beauties, the gifts, you have to study it. And that doesn't mean you have to put an hour timer or 2 hours, sit there with your highlighters, your notes. For me, I wouldn't want to do that. But when I mean study, it's like reading, trying to understand. The Bible sometimes is very confusing for me. I believe also for a lot of people out there. But I think reading things that I don't understand, actually search about it, stories, learn more about it, learn more about Moses, about the Moses and the Ark, and try to become a bit more, just learn a little bit more, learn about the stories, learn about different chapters. I'm quite ignorant, but I do something I do need to invest more time in. I think, ultimately, I don't like reading the Bible before I go to bed. It's an amazing thing, but I'm really tired. I think that's what's kind of limiting my ability to really delve deeper. So I think what I might do is early in the morning, because it's a good way to start the day. You have that sense of faith, and you have that sense of you have that good lessons. I think that's a nice way to start. That's something I'm gonna change. Just wanted to make this video to discuss, I guess, the challenges as a Christian. Sometimes it can be very confusing. I have friends who not really religious. I have friends who are Muslim. I have friends who are Hindus. I have friends of all religions, and sometimes it can be very confusing, especially believing when you're not seeing. So comment down below, how do you guys deal with that? How do you guys still have faith even though you're not seeing? And have you guys ever had that personal experience with Jesus Christ? See you in the next one.